All right, today we're going to dive into a financial plan that's all about mixing savings with security. It's called the LIC NAV Jeevan Shree. So let's break it down piece by piece. You know, we all have these big dreams for our families, don't we? Getting the kids into a great college, maybe upgrading the car, or finally buying that dream home. But the big question is always, how do we actually build a safety net that makes sure those dreams can happen, no matter what? And that's exactly where a plan like NAV Jeevan Shree comes into play. The whole idea behind it is to bring two really critical things together, building up your savings over time while making sure your family is financially protected. So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll talk about the big why, your security and savings. Then we'll ask, what is this plan really? How does it actually work? What kind of benefits do you get? Can you tweak it to fit your needs? And, of course, we'll wrap up with the key takeaways you need to remember. Let's get started. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. Security and savings. These are pretty much the two pillars that hold up all those dreams we just talked about. They create that financial cushion for whatever life throws your way. Now, here's the official description. LIC NAV Jeevan Shree is a non-participating, non-linked, individual savings life insurance plan. Whew, that is a mouthful, I know, but every single one of those words matters, especially that term, non-participating. So what is this thing really? Let's unpack those key terms and see what they actually mean for you. And this is a really big deal. See, some insurance plans are participating, which means your returns can go up and down with the company's profits. It's kind of like a roller coaster. But this plan is non-participating. Think of it more like a smooth, steady road. Your returns are guaranteed. They're spelled out right from day one, so you know exactly what you're getting. No guesswork. And here's another really cool feature. It's what they call a limited premium endowment plan. Put simply, this means you pay your premiums for a shorter time, say for 10 or 15 years, but your coverage and your savings continue for the full, much longer term. So you get all the long-term benefits without having to make those long-term payments. All right, so that's the what. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this plan actually work? So, who can get this? Well, the age range is pretty wide. You could get a policy for a newborn who is just 30 days old, or for yourself all the way up to age 60. The policy terms range from 10 to 20 years. But here's a key detail to note. The minimum amount of coverage, what they call the basic sum assured, starts at 5 lakh rupees. When you sign up, you've got 3 huge decisions to make right at the very start, and they shape the entire plan. First, how long do you want to pay premiums for? Second, what's the total length of your coverage? And third, and this one's a big one, you have to choose between 2 different death benefit options. These aren't just minor details. This is you drawing the blueprint for your policy. So how does your money actually grow? It happens through something called guaranteed additions. Basically, the plan adds a guaranteed percentage based on the total premiums you're scheduled to pay. And what's neat is that this percentage actually goes up over time. It starts at 8.5% and can climb all the way to 9.5% in the later years. It's a clear, predictable path for your savings to build up. Okay, we've seen how the savings pile up. Now for the really important part, the payoff. What benefits do you or your family actually get from this? Let's start with the best case scenario. If you live through the entire policy term, you get what's called the maturity benefit. And it's super straightforward. You get your basic sum assured back, plus all those guaranteed additions that have been stacking up over the years. Now, back to that critical choice you have to make about the death benefit. This is the safety net for your family. With option I, they would get either the sum assured or 7 times your yearly premium, whichever amount is higher. But with option 2, that second choice gets a serious boost to 10 times your annual premium, which could mean a much larger payout for them. And you have to remember, this decision is locked in. You pick one at the very beginning, and that's it. You can't change your mind later. So you really have to stop and think, which of these options provides the right level of security for my family? So beyond the main benefits, there are also some ways you can customize this plan and add a few extra bells and whistles. For an extra cost, you can bolt on things called riders. Just think of them as optional upgrades, like adding special features to a new car. These riders can give you extra protection for specific situations, like an accident or disability, and one of them can even waive your future payments if something happens. The plan also gives you flexibility in how the money is paid out. So instead of getting one massive lump sum check, you or your family can choose the settlement option. This lets you receive the money in regular installments over 5, 10, or even 15 years. It can be a really smart way to manage the money, turning it into a predictable income stream. And this really shows you that choice perfectly. Instead of one big payout that you have to figure out how to manage, you can structure it to fit your family's ongoing needs. It basically turns the benefit into a reliable source of income for years to come. Okay, I know that was a ton of information, so let's just step back for a second and boil it all down to the most important things you need to remember. So, let's put it all together. First, at its heart, this is a plan that mixes savings with life insurance. A huge feature is certainty. Your returns are guaranteed, so you're not gambling on market performance. You've got that really clever option to pay premiums for a shorter time, but stay covered for longer. And you absolutely have to remember that your choice between the two death benefit options is permanent. Finally, you have the power to customize it with riders and choose how the payout is received.
You know, the official brochure for the plan says it perfectly. Choose the product/options which best suit your needs. This isn't about a one-size-fits-all answer. It's about you understanding the parts to see if they line up with your own goals.
And really, that brings us to the final, most important question. The real takeaway here isn't about whether this plan is good or bad. It's about asking yourself, given its unique mix of guaranteed returns, shorter payment periods, and those critical upfront choices, does this specific plan fit what my family needs for its financial future?